Germany, 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 way! Hello, it's Caucasian. I know I'm wearing the same shirt as the last video I probably made. Fuck you. Welcome back to the channel if you haven't figured it out already. I'm going to be covering Scotland's first half of the qualifiers. It's going to be a relatively short and sweet video, but again, I'm just kind of finding videos to make content on to kind of fill in the gaps until, like I said, start of the season. Quick thing though, if you haven't seen the last video, go and watch that. It's FM related. If you're not interested in FM, don't watch it. If not, you can go and vote on that. It's already live in the community tab if you want to go and check that one out. But ever since I was born, it's been kind of just put onto me as a Scottish person to just accept that we're very prideful, but very shit at sport. Football has been the best example of that. I have had no bigger passion or love for anything in my life than football. But as a Scotsman in my lifetime, I've seen us qualify for one tournament, which was the Euros in 2020, or I guess 2021, if you want to, call it that. The COVID tournament, I guess you didn't do great. We got a single point, although that point was against the rivals somehow, which is just fantastically weird. But we lost to Croatia and the Czech Republic in the same note, so it just kind of renders that point pretty much useless. Something has changed in the way that we've kind of gone about our business, and it's weird. We have put together incredible winning runs, not just in terms of what we've been able to do recently. I mean, I'll get on to that, but we'll start with the basics in the Nations League. We qualified out of Group B. We were pretty, it was awkward admittedly. We had to hold out against Ukraine on the last day to get across that line, but that group was the last time that we lost. We lost to Ireland 3-0, and after that 3-0 we have just refused to lose. We've gone, I think, 8 games unbeaten now. I'll get on to some of them. With match day 1 of the qualifiers. Yes. So for those that don't know, we were put in at Group A, and it was definitely considered one of the groups of death, given the, I guess, respectable calibre of talent between at least 4 of the teams in it out of the 5. We'll start with the bottom, which is Cyprus, but we also have Georgia, Norway, Spain, and then us. I'm not going to lie, when this group was drawn, my hope was that we'd be very much in the fight for second, maybe we'd finish top. But the way we have gone about things this entire qualification campaign has been fucking insane, to put it minimally.
Hey, yo, the pizza here!
Match day 1, Cyprus. We had to basically get off to the best possible start, and the best way we can do that is a home match against the least favourites in the group to basically do anything. And as we could expect, it was a slightly uncomfortable game. We got a very late flurry to basically seal the game shut, but we won the game 3-0. Scott McTominay brace, my man. And in the second game, we played Spain. Now, Spain was a much more up in the air type of match. No one really thought we were going to get anything from it. Spain, obviously, recently have won the Nations League tournament as a whole. They beat Croatia on penalties, I believe. So they're not bad. But we absolutely outclassed them on every way sense of the word. Spain were not even the better team in the game. Scotland were the more dominant side. We came out, again, McTominay brace. Don't know how a midfielder's doing this for us, but as long as he's doing what he's doing, I will love him till the end of time. Thank you, Scott. You're a bottler. Been doing all the necessary things to get it in behind, and like I said, Spain have had moments, but they haven't really done much with them in that game. Specifically in that game, the Pedro Porro dived a lot, kind of made it a little bit, more hostile than it needed to be. I suppose we can give Spain that, but the fact that we managed to get Rodri crying like a little bitch at the end of the game, saying that we didn't deserve anything from it, basically sums up exactly what we deserved from it, which was all 3 points. So get up, you Spain. Then we had to follow it up, and this was probably the game of the group without a fucking doubt, at least so far, and I would argue probably the game of the qualifiers so far. I know there have been good games. There have been 3-2 Moldova and Poland. There have been really good results, and just in general there have been really cool late winners. Kazakhstan against fucking Northern Ireland. We clamoured, and I do mean clamoured together in the last 5 minutes to steal it. Quite literally, outright thievery, but we move. We managed to get a 2-1 win against Norway with 2 late goals in the 87th and 89th minute. The last one coming from fucking McLean in the 89th minute with a beauty of a finish on his weaker foot, might I add. But yeah, we stole that game from Norway after they were handed basically the lead in the game. It shouldn't have been a penalty. We all know it shouldn't have been a penalty, but Haaland scores it. Everything looks quite straightforward for them. They take Haaland off, thinking there's not really too much to worry about. And this is the thing, Norway don't have bad players out with Haaland. They do have players like Sorloth and Odegaard and Nelson at the back that are very reliable when they want to be. And Ostergaard as well, he was really good that game, actually really fucking solid that game, but didn't mean shit. They fell apart and we managed to steal a massive 3 points in the away celebrations. I mean, if you want me to put it to you, here's my reaction to both goals. It's awkward. Dykes! 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 Yes! Get it off that fucking case, man! Samson, thank you very much. Oh my god! Oh, please! Across the box, Dykes! Oh! Yes! 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 No fucking way! No fuck! As you can tell, I was a very happy chap. Yeah, we got across that one, and then we have to go up against Georgia at home now. There was a lot of to this game. I mean, the rain and weather before it didn't make things easier for us. Georgia were very adamant that they didn't want to play. We played about 6 minutes, and then McGregor whaps in a belter from, you know, right foot edge of the D. Georgia walk into their locker rooms and then refuse to come out for the better part of an hour and a half, despite the referee saying about an hour into that, we're good to play. We eventually kicked off. I think it was like, what was it, like 9:30, I believe, I think we kicked off at. But we pop off, managed to hold out the end of the first half, and then McTominay, once again, somehow McTominay cuts in out a fucking thin air and scores an absolute belter of a shot towards the near post of the goalkeeper to basically make sure that we were quite comfortable in that group. And come the halfway stage with 4 games played, Scotland have 12 points from 12. It's not just in my lifetime that's never happened. When I was looking into it, it turns out it's our entire history. We have never once in our nation's history in footballing terms won 4 from 4 and started perfect in our group ever. Obviously the second half is a lot more difficult because there's a few harder games in it, especially given the circumstances of how we've won games in the opening half of those kind of group stage qualifiers. But here's the way that I will look at it. We only need 4 points from the remaining 4 games to basically all but secure a vibrant spot in the Euros at minimal second. But we could realistically push for first if we keep ourselves in the hunt like we have done, because like I said, Norway haven't had a great tournament at all. They've picked up 4 points from their 4 games. They've won 1, drawn 1, lost 2, and the 2 that they've lost to are of course us and Spain. As long as Spain and Norway are fighting out with each other, Scotland will just reap the rewards, because if we don't finish first in the group, then we finish comfortably second. So yeah, we're on our way to Germany, boys. We're on our way. But all I'm saying is, if Scotland keep doing what we're doing, we are going to cause a lot of chaos. We are going to be like a fucking bull in a china shop. We will throw everything at us. If we qualify for this Euros, which looks very much like it's going to happen, I'd be very fucking shocked if it didn't, then we have a really cool future to look forward to. We have players all across the park, we have depth all across the park, and that's been very rare for us. The only position in the pitch I would say we're slightly lacking in is the goalkeeper's position, because we only have really 1 or 2 options. But anywhere else on the pitch, we have really good, really solid picks. I've always kind of had good players in Scotland squads. I mean, you can go through history and you can take your pick with, you know, your Barry Fergusons, your James McFaddens, and you kind of go towards more recent times, you know, you get your like Sean Maloney's and your Scott Browns and stuff like that. Like, good players, but not a cohesive unit. It's always like one part of the team that overperforms than the other, you know, too. But there's actually squad depth there. I mean, you go towards our back line, that's arguably the strongest part of our team, which is usually weird to say because it's not really always been the case. We've always had good midfielders, and like I said, our midfielders are definitely the strongest part of our team. I mean, most of the good players play there. I mean, Scott McTominay, John McGinn, Billy Gilmore, I mean, Callum McGregor as well. Fuck, I don't know why I haven't included him. Like, most of our great players are in the midfield, but on attack, we do have good like options in Shea Adams and Lyndon Dykes. And Lyndon Dykes, my god, what a boy he is. I don't give a shit if he's Australian or not. We just need to basically keep our heads down, and we will be in Germany in 2024, fighting it out again in back-to-back Euro tournaments for the first time in God knows how long. I've only seen us play once in a tournament in my life, like I said, so the fact that we're doing this in back-to-back brings me a lot of hope and joy and happiness and pride and all the good words. But Let me know your thoughts down below. You can vibe with me if you would like to, and kind of figure out what you would, what you were thinking about how we're going to go going forward. Do you think we're going to be competitive in the Euros if we qualify for it, or do you think it's going to be very similar to the last one where we kind of just show up and then evaporate when it matters most? But I do have faith. I think there's a lot of really good things to look forward to, so yeah. But thank you for watching the video. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also share the video if you want to as well, but you can just, fog around. There's a bunch of other videos up in the annotations up there if you want to go and watch those as well. But yeah, hopefully this was a good enough in-depth view of what you should be looking forward to seeing Scotland pop off. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day.